And welcome to Greensboro for this Friday afternoon matchup between the 6-seeded St. Mary's Gaels and the 11-seeded Xavier Musketeers. I'm Hunter Baumgart, happy to be with you for this first-round matchup between these two, and it should be a great one. Xavier coming off a victory over Northern Iowa in their first matchup. They played a couple of nights ago, so they beat Northern Iowa. St. Mary's, of course, coming off a second-place finish in the WCC tournament this season. We are set for basketball. St. Mary's 26-8, 11-5 in the conference, finished third in the WCC and then lost in the final of the tournament. Xavier 19-13, 8-10 in the conference, sixth in the Big East. So we are excited for basketball here at the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. Hunter Baumgart with you. You can follow me on Twitter at HunterBOnAir. Here we go. St. Mary's secures the tip, and we are underway, and Ford has it for the St. Mary's Gaels. He gets to Fitz. Fitz with it for the Gaels. Just underway. Happy to have you with us here this Friday afternoon. Ford in the lane. It's stolen away by Xavier. Jones picks it up, and he brings it down the floor. Here we go. It's Marshall. Left side for three. That's no good. Rebound is by St. Mary's, and the St. Mary's Gaels will have the basketball. We'll see if the tired legs of Xavier plays in as Ford goes in for two. That's good. Foul is going to be on Carter. Carter, who shot that three on the other end, comes down and commits a foul and count the bucket, so St. Mary's will go to the line. Like I said, Xavier already playing a game in the tournament, so we'll see if that has any bearing on today. Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Xavier. So see if Xavier maybe gets tired a little earlier. But Marshall for three. That's off the back iron, no good. And the rebound by Ford of St. Mary's. And the Gaels bring it up. All right, Krebs into Ford for two. That's going to be no good. And Xavier with the rebound. Marshall brings it down for the Musketeers. Marshall. Oh, nice slam at home for the Tyreek Jones of Xavier. And the Xavier Musketeers tie it at two. Tyreek Jones, a senior from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Happy to have all of those in Connecticut with us here tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. I always want to say tonight. It comes out naturally as tonight, but it's the afternoon still. For most of you, unless you're watching internationally. That's a three, and the St. Mary's Gaels take a three-point lead on Tanner Krebs' three. He's a senior from Australia. See, you could be watching an Australian. It'd be a different time. All right, stolen away here by St. Mary's, so a turnover by Xavier. A nice steal and put up and in. Oh, man. That was a nice finish by Tommy Kusi. My bad. All right, Jones. Oh, nearly stolen. He's got it. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds, and Xavier will retain it with 12 to shoot. 8:01 to go in this first quarter. Happy to have you with us at the Greensboro Coliseum. As you can see, a nice green court. All right, Carter to inbound for the Xavier Musketeers. He's looking around for his teammates. Gets it into Fremantle. Fremantle driving. He'll put it up for two, and he misses it. Rebound offensive, though, for Tyreek Jones, and then Marshall puts it up and missed it. Rebound by the St. Mary's Gaels, and they'll bring it down. It's Krebs across the timeline. St. Mary's up 7-2 and with the basketball. Impressive here early. Kusi gets to Krebs. Fotu. Into Fitz. Two to shoot, puts it up for two, and he makes it. St. Mary's shooting pretty well here early. 9-2 Gaels. And Xavier already down 7. Across the timeline, and they're going to take a timeout. Not the start that Coach Travis Steele wanted for the Xavier Musketeers. 9-2 St. Mary's, 7:21 to go first quarter. You're watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. All right, we are back. After the Xavier timeout, they will inbound. Carter gets it into Scruggs, and it's knocked away, but picked up by Jones. Guys get back to Scruggs, then now to Jones, now back to Scruggs. So Scruggs has it, 12 to shoot. Just outside the lane, puts it up off the glass, too strong. Rebound St. Mary's. And the Gaels bring it up the floor. Oh, inside. He's got it for two. That's Ford. And it's 11-2 St. Mary's, and Xavier not the start they wanted. Even out of that timeout, they were hoping for something different. St. Mary's has started this game hot on offense and defense. Scruggs with it for Xavier. Gets to Jones. Tyreek Jones. Looking for someone to pass it to. We were tied at 2. It's now 11-2. Marshall with 2 to shoot, speaking of 2s, and he puts it up and missed it off the back iron. Rebound by the St. Mary's Gaels. And here we go. I believe that's Kusi. In for 2. Good. Rims in. Didn't know if that was going to go in or out for a second. 13-2. Xavier, as you can see, 1 for 7. St. Mary's 6 for 7. So that is obviously the difference. St. Mary's making 5 more of their shots. Both teams taking 7 shots. And Scruggs nearly loses it. He gets it out to Marshall for 3. That's off the rim, no good. St. Mary's skies the rebound. And they'll bring it up the floor quickly. All right. Krebs to Kusi. Kusi with it. Oh, to an alley-oop to Ford. Oh, and St. Mary's is clicking on every single cylinder you could even imagine. 15-2 St. Mary's after the alley-oop from Kusi to Ford. And Xavier has to take another timeout. Coach Travis Steele not happy. Xavier, like I said, they played a game against Northern Iowa already. We'll see if it affects them. 15-2 St. Mary's. 5:41 to go, first quarter. You're watching the Live Sioux Sports College Hoops Tournament. And welcome back to Greensboro for this first round matchup between St. Mary's and Xavier. And St. Mary's with a big lead, 15-2. Xavier not making any shots except 1 so far here this afternoon. St. Mary's brings it down after another miss. Kusi, right side to Ford. Ford with it for St. Mary's, 6 to shoot. Ford got the alley-oop last time. Gets to Krebs for 3. Spin moving 3. No good. Rebound tipped around and Xavier secures it. See if they can come back a little here. Marshall. Right side to Carter for 3. That's off the rim. Rebound by Tyreek Jones, and he puts it up and in. Second chance opportunity, Tyreek Jones, and he makes the most of it. 15-4. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. Kusi with it for St. Mary's. He drives, cutting 2. No. That was a very nice pass, though, to Fitz, but they're going to call no. Obviously, the shot is no good, but they're going to call a foul as well. I believe they called the foul on Scruggs. So going to the line is Malik Fitz, the junior from California. He averages 16.5 points a game. That's second to only Jordan Ford. Free throw, good, no good. Second free throw, good. Sorry, he made both. My bad. My bad about that. 17-4. Scruggs to Carter. Carter with it. Carter at the free throw line. Carter out to Marshall. Marshall driving to the baseline. Puts it up for 2. That is rims out, no good. Rebound St. Mary's, and St. Mary's with a 13-point lead can extend it here. Driving, lane, up, Krebs. No good. Carter the rebound for Xavier. All right. Carter. Right side to Marshall. Marshall driving baseline, lost it, just completely lost it. And St. Mary's gains possession. Kusi will slow it down for the Gaels, who are up 17-4. For those of you joining us here on YouTube, St. Mary's, it's been all them so far. Kusi no good. Rebound by Xavier's Fremantle, and he'll get it all the way down to Marshall, who gets it into Jones for 2, and Xavier down 11. Tyreek Jones. All right, St. Mary's at the basketball. It's Kusi. Right side to Krebs. Krebs into Kusi for 2. That's no good. A rebound, Xavier. And they're trying to make a little run here. I believe that's Tyreek. Is that Tyreek Jones? I don't know. It's stolen. That was Scruggs, and it's stolen. And St. Mary's has just, as soon as Xavier gets some momentum, they just come right back and score. That's Tommy Kusi for 2, and it's 19-6. 3:18 to go in this first quarter in Greensboro. Scruggs with it. Xavier showing early the effects of that first game that they played against Northern Iowa. Marshall for 2. That's off the rim, no good. And Kusi brings it down quickly here. across the free throw line for 2. That's no good. Rebound by the Xavier Musketeers, down 13. And it's knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off Carter. So another defensive play by the St. Mary's Gaels. They are all over Xavier right now. 19-6, a bunch of substitutions here. Gooden, Tandy, Marshall, Carter in for Xavier. And St. Mary's will bring it down. Krebs with it. 19-6, 2:40 to go, first quarter in Greensboro. Krebs. Also into the game now. Zorix, as he puts it up for 2, and he made it. Comes in and makes his presence felt right away. Krister Zorix, a sophomore from Latvia, for 2. 21-6. Tandy with it for the Musketeers. Gets it into Marshall. Marshall up over 2. No. Rebound fought for and gotten by the St. Mary's Gaels. That's Dukas, the freshman. Dukas across the timeline. Gets to Zorix. Zorix with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter puts that was a sweet shot. Put a little hook shot into that, little off-balance hook shot, and it's 23-6 St. Mary's. Xavier 3 for 15 from the field, and St. Mary's shooting much better than that, as you could see on your screen. Gooden gets to Marshall. Marshall driving in the lane, puts it up for 2. That's good. 23-8, so Marshall making a little bit of a name for himself there. A junior from Atlantic City, New Jersey. St. Mary's, Bowen. Bowen gets to Zorix. Zorix with 11 to shoot, gets to Fitz. Right side to Dukas. All right, Zorix has it. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Nearly lost it. 1 to shoot, puts it up, and it's off the back iron, no good. Rebound by Xavier. And they'll bring it down. Marshall across the timeline quickly. They sense a little bit of urgency. Ooh, to a cutting Carter. Good. That was a beautiful pass. And Carter was cutting in the lane, and St. Mary's forgot about him. It's 23-10, under a minute to play in the first quarter with Krebs. Krebs with it, gets it to Fitz. Fitz near the top of the key. Fitz, right side to Zorix. 8 to shoot. Zorix. 6 to shoot, gets it to Bowen. Bowen will get it out to Zorix for 2 at the buzzer. No good. Rebound by Xavier, and they've cut it to 13, the deficit, and we'll see if they can cut it even more here. Marshall. Oh, that's a beautiful pass to, I believe that's Tyreek Jones in there. Might have been Scruggs. And it's 23-12. Beautiful pass. Zorix, left side to Krebs. 14 to shoot to Fitz. 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-second differential. Bowen for 2. That's off the kiss off the glass and in. 25-12. St. Mary's reopens a 13-point lead. Gooden brings it down the floor. Gooden, top of the key for 2. That's good. 25-14. It's a little off-balance shot. Xavier making more of their shots. Last shot at the buzzer. Off the rim. Zorix almost made that. End of the first quarter. St. Mary's 25. The 6th seed. St. Mary's 25. The 11th seed Xavier 14. You're watching the live CM Sports College Hoops Tournament. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Greensboro, the Greensboro Coliseum. We have some first-round action for you. St. Mary's up 25-14 on Xavier. Moore with it for the Musketeers. Moore nearly got it stolen away. Does he? Yes, he has it stolen away. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Zorix in to a cutting. Who we got? Bowen. No good, so they can't take advantage of the steal. Now coming the other way is Xavier. For 2. That's no good. Tyreek Jones skies the rebound, puts it up and in. 25-16. It rolls in. I thought it might roll out, but it rolled in. Hunter Baumgart here with you from Greensboro. Follow me on Twitter at HunterBOnAir. The play-by-play announcer hailing from Wisconsin. And you can follow LiveSim Sports on Twitter. Highly suggest that to keep updated on the tournament. No good. Rebound by Gooden. They'll bring it up the floor for the Musketeers. He's in the lane. Oh, what a ball, what dribbling skills, but he missed it. And Krebs brings it down for the Gaels of St. Mary's. He drives all the way, puts it up, contested, no good. He just was like, I'm just not going to pass it, and I'm going to drive all the way in and score. And except he didn't score. Xavier 2. That's a wild shot, no good. Both teams kind of sloppy right now. That was from Moore. Bryce Moore. And St. Mary's with it. Krebs, right side. He's going to drive. And he's going to put it up for 2, and it's no good. Carter the rebound. And Tandy with it. Top of the key. Oh, to a cutting for a 2. That's good. That is nobody other than Bryce Moore for 2. The senior from Indianapolis. 25-18. They've cut it to a 7-point deficit. They were down 13 at one point. 15-2 they were down. Since then, they're on a 16-10 run. 2 is no good. Rebound Carter. And Xavier trying to make a game of it here. 8 minutes left in the first half. Tanner Krebs now 1 for 6 from the field. His only shot, or he only made 1 shot. Good and inside. 2 up. Rims out. Rebound by the St. Mary's Gaels. That's Fitz. All right, down to Krebs for 2 underneath the basket, but he's fouled. Ended up hitting the underneath side of the basket. Tandy called for the foul. Shooting foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. All right, Krebs go to the line. The line for St. Mary's is Tanner Krebs, the senior from Australia. Averages 9.1 points a game, almost 4 rebounds, and almost 1 assist. All right, here we go. And the free throw, no good. St. Mary's has gone a little bit cold as of late. Second free throw coming up, and it is no good. Rebound by Carter. Xavier with Fremantle checking in. Hey, that's a 2. That's good for Xavier. How about that by Bryce Moore? He's getting in on the action more, and it's a 5-point game. And the Gaels have to take a timeout. So the Xavier Musketeers making a comeback here in this first round game. 7:30 to go in the first half. 25-20 St. Mary's. You're watching the live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. Hunter Baumgart back with you. 7:30 to go in the first half here from the Greensboro Coliseum. Thanks for watching here on YouTube. This is the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. We've got a full tournament going on. No good. If you missed what happened, obviously the real thing that did not go on this year in March. So, obviously we're coming out and trying to give you the action you missed. Dukas with it now for St. Mary's after the steal. 25-20. Gets it out to Kusi, and he'll reset. 15 to shoot. Dukas with it on the left side for St. Mary's. Gets it to Ford. Ford going to drive in the lane. Now put up for 2. That is good. A nice 2 by St. Mary's Gaels' Dan Fotu, the sophomore, 6'7" sophomore. 27-20 and another turnover by Xavier. So St. Mary's, that defense coming back and working wonders. Oh, high off the glass. Beautiful from Tommy Kusi. Tommy Kusi, the junior from Mesa, Arizona, getting in on the action. It's 29-20. 6:24 to go first half. Gooden with it for Xavier now as the crowd starts to chant a little bit here. Very mixed crowd today. Some Xavier, some St. Mary's. And it seems they're all in unison here. 2 is no good. Rebound St. Mary's. Maybe they're chanting, something they can unite on. Play good basketball. Kusi driving up 2, no good. Rebounded by the Xavier Musketeers. It's 29-20, 5:51 to go in the first half. Moore on the left side. Bryce Moore, who's kind of come alive in this second quarter, gets to Fremantle. He drives in the lane. It's stripped away. Oh, what a strip there by the St. Mary's Gaels' Tommy Kusi. All right, Bowen now with the basketball. He'll back it out with 14 to shoot. In the left corner. He's in the lane for 2. That's no good. Rebounded by Carter. And Xavier brings it down. Both teams in a little bit of a shooting slump here. 29-20, and the fans getting a little antsy. It's another steal by St. Mary's. Oh, man. Xavier with 9 turnovers. Now he steals it right back. How about that? And he slams it home. Wow. Quentin Gooden, the senior from Campbellsville, Kentucky, with the dunk, and it's 29-22. Ford with it for St. Mary's. 5 minutes to go first half. Little Momentum may be shifting to Xavier if they can get a stop here. Ford into Bowen for 2. That is no good. Rebound Carter. And the Musketeers bring it down more. Oh, that's an off balance 2 is good. Now all of a sudden everything falling for Kiki Tandy, the freshman. And it's 29-24, back to a 5-point affair here in Greensboro. Ford with it for St. Mary's. He drives in the lane. He puts it up, and it's rejected. Oh, what a nice block by Carter. And now bringing it down is the Xavier Musketeers. Tandy gets to Moore. 4:22 to go in the first half. Moore with it, top of the key. Happy to have you with us from Greensboro. First round action. Gooden with it. First round action in the East region. Hey, Quentin Gooden for 3. A 13-4 run for the Musketeers in the last 5:28, and it's a 2-point game. St. Mary's was up 15-2 since then. Xavier on a 25-14 run. Kusi to Dukas. Oh, we have a foul. All right, so 29-27, a couple of substitutions coming in for Xavier. Scruggs and Marshall will come in for Tandy and Gooden. All right, 29-27. Moore at the top of the key for Xavier. 3:44 to go in the first half. He's going to drive, kick out to Scruggs. Scruggs with it for Xavier. Oh, almost got it stolen away, and it does get stolen away. Another turnover. They're in double-digit turnovers in the first half. This is awful. 2 is good, and St. Mary's takes advantage of it there. Like I said, Xavier, if they don't have those turnovers, they're probably winning this basketball game. Scruggs with it for the Musketeers. 3:18 to go first half. Fremantle into Carter. Carter for 2. Off the glass. No. Rebound by Bowen. And St. Mary's quickly down the floor to Dukas. Off balance 2. Just stop and shoot. No good. Rebound, though. Put up wildly no good. Rebound again. No good. Oh, man. 3-4 opportunities there. Dan Fotu. And he couldn't put it in. Marshall gets it to Moore. And it's on the ground, and Moore comes out of there with it. And he's just like, all right, let's reset. Let's go to the logo, stand on the M, kind of think about what we're doing. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Scruggs, 2 to shoot. To Marshall, off balance 3. That's no good. Rebound St. Mary's. 2:37 to go first half. St. Mary's crowd liking that one. 31-27 St. Mary's. Ford for 2. That's no good. Rebound by Carter, and the Xavier Musketeers bring it down. It's a 4-point game in Greensboro, and it's nearly stolen away. Moore at the free throw line, drives. Now sits there, puts it up for 2. Good. 2 is made by Bryce Moore, the senior from Indianapolis. 31-29. Kusi with it for the Gaels. Gaels this year 26-8, 11-5 in the conference. Finished 3rd in WCC behind both Gonzaga and BYU, but they ended up losing to Gonzaga in the championship of the WCC tournament, one of the only tournaments to actually happen this season, of course. Ford no good. A rebound by Xavier with under 2 to play in this first half. Moore with it, top of the key. Yeah, it's rare that we got really some tournaments only had 1 or 2 games happen. Marshall for 2 is good, 31-29 or 31-31. They have tied it on this 17-6 run. Unreal. Minute 30 to go. But like I said, yeah, it's as the St. Mary's Gaels call a timeout. We'll keep it right here for this one. A minute 29 to go, first half. St. Mary's 31, Xavier 31. They have come all the way back to tie it. They were down 15-2, and this has been a fantastic run by Xavier. But like I was saying, not many tournaments got games in, but the WCC always starts earlier. And so when that happened, of course, they were able to get the games in before everything stopped due to COVID-19. Of course, we hope this is kind of a distraction for you as we're ready for basketball again. Just kind of, watching some basketball and maybe a little sense of normalcy here. Obviously, usually basketball isn't this late in April, but hey, at this point, nothing's normal, right? Krebs for 2. No good. Rather have it now than never. I mean, this is fantastic. All this action. Marshall into Jones for 2, and the Xavier Musketeers have taken the lead 33-31. They have gone on all sorts of runs, including a 31-16 run to take the lead. That is an impressive first half. Kusi for 3, good. And it's back and forth here in Greensboro. 34-33. Kusi now with 13. He's 6 for 11. And he has 7 steals. That is unreal. He could have 10 steals, double-digit steals in this game. 40 seconds left here in the first half. 12 to shoot. Scruggs in the lane. Ooh, gets to Carter. 2, no good. Rebound by St. Mary's. They get it out of there to Krebs. He's across the timeline. Krebs in the lane. Krebs for 2. No good. A lot of St. Mary's basketball players, they like to just take it themselves, go in, try to make the 2, and usually it doesn't work for them if they rush it. Scruggs will bring it out. 13 to shoot, 18 in the game clock. Scruggs, top of the key. To Marshall. 6 to shoot, to Moore. 6-second differential, game shot clock, Moore. Moore for 3 at the shot clock buzzer. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound by Jones. He puts it up for 2 with 2 seconds left. That's no good for St. Mary's. They'll whip it, and they're not going to get a shot off. That is the end of the first half, and it was a great one. St. Mary's started fantastic. Xavier comes all the way back after that. Xavier was down 15-2. They are now down only 1. 34-33, St. Mary's with a 1-point lead. It's time for the halftime show on the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. And we welcome you back to Greensboro here for this first round game between St. Mary's, the 6 seed, and 11 seeded Xavier. 34-33, St. Mary's with the lead. We are underway. Scruggs across the timeline. Scruggs, Jones, Carter, Fremantle, and Marshall out there for the Xavier Musketeers, who are down by 1. They won their first matchup against Northern Iowa in the first games on Tuesday in Dayton. And they are now, Fremantle puts it up, and Xavier takes a 35-34 lead. They're now trying to upset St. Mary's. All right. Ford with it for the St. Mary's Gaels. Down by 1. They had a 13-point lead in the first half. Erased. How about that? You're watching Channel 1 here on YouTube. Be sure to stay tuned. Next, Prairie View A&M, the 16 seed, takes on Kansas. That is no good, and the Xavier Musketeers bring it down. Marshall. Hey, and a slam home. Oh, man. Fremantle getting high and getting down with a dunk. The freshman from Teaneck, New Jersey, and it's 37-34. Xavier three-point. That's another rejection. That's Fremantle again. He's all over the place. Oh, what a move. Puts in another dunk. Oh, man, Xavier getting hot. Paul Scruggs there, the junior from Indy, with the dunk. It's 39-34, biggest lead of the night, or the afternoon, I should say, for Xavier. Oh, man, they have come out with a chip on their shoulder, with a vengeance, if you will. Ford for 2, good. 39-36. This is going to be a fun second half. Ford with 8 points, all of them in the paint. Scruggs across the timeline. Right side. Scruggs with it. And it's stolen. Another steal by St. Mary's. They are just a steal machine. Krebs for 2. That's no good. Sometimes they don't turn it into points, though, but they are definitely a steal machine. Carter with it. Krebs having a woeful afternoon. 1 for 9. Hey, that's a 2 and another dunk for Xavier. 3 dunks so far in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Marshall there. It's 41-36. Najee Marshall, the junior from Atlantic City, New Jersey, averages almost 17 points a game this season for the Xavier Musketeers. Ford for the Gaels with 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Puts it up for 2 and he makes it. Nice shot from the free throw line. It's 41-38. Jordan Ford, 10 points, 5 for 11 from the field, a rebound, and a turnover. Marshall across the timeline. Gets it right side to Scruggs. 14 to shoot. Gets it to Fremantle. Fremantle for 2. Good. And it's 43-38. Xavier shooting 49%. St. Mary's just 36%, yet Xavier was down for most of that first half. Hey, Kusi for two, no good. Rebound by Xavier. Oh, it's fought for. Steal. Now it's on the... Oh, Fitz gets it. Now to Fotu. Fotu to Fitz. Oh, almost stolen away. Fitz for two. No good. Fitz put back. No good. Oh, my goodness. And another offensive rebound. Fitz to Kusi. And Xavier just can't get a rebound here. Kusi for two. Good. And finally, St. Mary's makes the most of the possession. 43-40. What, 4 or 5 chances there for the St. Mary's Gaels. 6:40 to go, third quarter. Xavier by 3 with the basketball. Marshall into Jones for 2. That's good on the foul. 45-40. Tyreek Jones says count it. Fitz called for the foul. And Jones will go to the line and try to make it a three-point play here. Malik Fitz called for the foul, the junior, and that is no good. So Fitz gets the rebound. No harm, no foul, even though there was a foul. St. Mary's for 2. Good. Krebs. And it's 45-42. All right. Xavier brings it down. Gooden with it for the Musketeers. Up by 3. Trying to pull the upset here. Marshall. Oh, all the way across to Tandy. Gets to Gooden for 3. He nails it, and Xavier has their biggest lead of the afternoon. It's 48-42 Xavier over the 6th seed St. Mary's. The Musketeers. We thought maybe they'd be tired. They maybe were a little tired when they started, but of course having played one extra game. But man, since then, since being down 15-2, they have turned it up. It has been impressive. And now a 3. That's good. 48-45. St. Mary's answers with one of their own. Here we go. Xavier now with the basketball. 5:36 to go in the third. Tandy with it. Xavier tries to answer here. Fremantle for 2. No good. Rebound Fitz. Gets it all the way down to Ford. Ford stopping 3 for the tie. No. Oh, he was anxious to tie the game, I think. 48-45 remains the score. And now we have a steal by St. Mary's. Krebs in the lane for 2. Good. And it's 48-47. Krebs excited after that one. He's now got double digits. He's got 10. He's 4 for 12 from the field with a couple of assists. 48-47 Xavier. Jones for 2. Beautiful move, but can't get it to go. Fremantle, the putback is good. 50-47. This is a great game. Stick with us here on Channel 1. Like I said, coming up after us here on Channel 1 is Kansas, the 1 seed. Will they be upset by the 16 seed Prairie View A&M? That's the question. You'll have to stick around for the very next game here on Channel 1 to find out. Bowen for 2. Good. And it's 50-49. Xavier will bring it down. And we have a timeout by the Xavier Musketeers. Coach wants to talk it over. We'll take a break. 50-49. Xavier with a 1-point lead. The 11 over the 6 here. 4:23 to go, third quarter. You're watching the live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. All right, we are back. Xavier going to inbound after the timeout. 50-49. Tandy with it for the Musketeers. Fremantle on the left side here. Looking for his offense. Moore near the free throw line. Now kicks it out. Tandy, a deep 3. That's no good. Skying the rebound is Jones. Putback is up and no good. Jones gets his own rebound. He gets to Fremantle, who gets it out to Moore. Oh, both, I think, had an opportunity to just put it right back in, but they pass it up and pass it out to Moore. 4 to shoot for the Musketeers. Moore in the lane for 2. Shot clock violation. So he got blocked, and it was a shot clock violation. 50-49 remains the score. St. Mary's will inbound. Some substitutions coming in here for the St. Mary's Gaels. Ford and Dukas will leave. Fotu and, well, Dukas will stay in, but Ford will go. He'll just change positions. Kusi with it. And he almost lost it. Regains possession. Drives. Spin move. Up to no good. Rebound Fitz. Put up and it is no good. But a foul. Fremantle going to be called for it. 50-49. And now Fitz goes to the line. It is good. First free throw is good for Fitz. He's got 5 points. 50-50. And they take the lead on the second free throw. Xavier will bring it down. It's 51-50 St. Mary's. 3:33 to go in this third quarter. Left side for the Xavier Musketeers for three. That's no good. Rebounded by the St. Mary's Gaels. And he'll bring it down. Oh, and he loses it under there, and Xavier comes out of there with it. How about that? Here we go. Xavier now with it. 3:10 to go in the third. Tandy with the basketball. Tandy into Marshall. Marshall to Tandy. Tandy right side to Moore. Moore for three. That's good. 53-51. Xavier with a 2-point advantage. This is a back-and-forth game. Stick with us here on Channel 1 of the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. Hunter Baumgart with you from Greensboro. Kusi with it for St. Mary's. Down 2. Trying to tie it. Kusi. 10 to shoot. Gets it out to Dukas. Left side to Krebs. 6 to shoot. Krebs driving in the lane. He's going to put it up for 2. That's going to be good. And it's 53-53. We're tied. Tanner Krebs, 12 points in his 22 minutes. Xavier to bring it down. It's Moore across the timeline. 2:23 to go in the quarter. Tandy with it for the Musketeers. Both teams trying to advance. Play Maryland in the next round. Moore driving for 2. That's no good. Rebound by Fitz. The winner of this game will play on Sunday. So be sure to check that out. Check Live Sim Sports on Twitter for all of the scheduling and all of the updates. All right. Dukas backs it out near the three-point line. 5 to shoot. Kusi with it. 4 to shoot. Kusi trying to take the lead to Fitz for the lead. It's no good. Rebound by Marshall, and Xavier brings it down. Tied at 53, minute 40 to go in this third quarter. Tandy with it for the Musketeers. He gets it into Marshall. Marshall driving lane up, and no good. So that's a simple layup that he misses. Dukas across the timeline for the Gaels. St. Mary's Gaels coming 26-8, 11-5 in the conference this year. Finished third in the WCC. Fitz. Oh, it's stolen away. Intercepting the passes more. He sniffed it out from the beginning. Now a 2 by Marshall is good. And it's 55-53, and the St. Mary's Gaels want to talk it over. Head coach Randy Bennett wants to have a discussion with his team. 55-53 Xavier, minute 04 to go, third quarter. You're watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. And we are back. Minute 04 to go in this third quarter. 55-53. Xavier with a 2-point advantage, trying to pull the upset on St. Mary's. St. Mary's getting all the way to the championship game of the WCC this year, but coming up short against Gonzaga. Maybe come up short here. We'll see. 50 seconds left third. 9 to shoot. Fitz. Out to Dukas. To Krebs. 4 to shoot. 3 in the corner. Good. Tanner Krebs from long distance, and it's 56-55 as the St. Mary's Gaels take a 1-point lead here in Greensboro. 37 seconds to go, third quarter. Tandy with it for Xavier with 15 to shoot. Tandy gets to Jones. Jones with it for the Musketeers. Ooh, gets to Scruggs for 3, no good. A rebound by Kusi of the St. Mary's Gaels. Kusi, right side to Dukas. He gets to Fitz, who gets to Kusi. There's a 1-second differential game and shot clock here. 10 to shoot, 11 to go in the game, or in the third quarter. Kusi, double guarded, gets it out to Fotu. 4 to shoot. Krebs, 3. No good. Rebound Xavier with 1, and they'll pass it, and that'll be the end of the third. It's going to be a great fourth quarter. 10 minutes left. Stick with us. 56-55 is the score. The lead for the St. Mary's Gaels. We'll have to see if they keep it. You're watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. And welcome back. We're set for the last 10 minutes of action. 56-55 St. Mary's, of course, unless we go to overtime. 56-55 the score. St. Mary's. Krebs brings it down for the Gaels. Gets it to Dukas. St. Mary's a 6 seed. 11-seeded Xavier. Both teams trying to advance to play Maryland in the second round on Sunday. Hey, they get it into Krebs for 2. Good. And St. Mary's with a 3-point lead. Now, Xavier, they played already one game in this tournament. And it'd be interesting to see if they tire out here in this last quarter. They played against Northern Iowa a couple of nights ago in Dayton and won. Scruggs, no good. Rebound by Tyreek Jones. He puts it up and no good. Rebound by St. Mary's. Ooh, almost lost it again, but Kusi brings it up the floor for the Gaels. Right side to Krebs, out to Kusi. To Fitz. Fitz with it. Get to Fotu. To Kusi. 9 minutes to go in the game. Kusi. 4 to shoot. To Fitz with 2 to shoot. Off balance. No good. Basically down and out. And rebound by Scruggs. He'll bring it across the timeline. Fitz, as you can see, 4 points in the first half, 2 in the second. Both coming from the free throw line, though. He's 0 for 4 from the field in the second half. Scruggs with 10 to shoot. Gets it right side to Marshall. Thought about passing it. Now he's going to take it himself. Inside. Now throws a pick. Just threw a pick. Just like Mitchell Trubisky on a Sunday afternoon. Kusi. I'm sorry, Bears fans. Dukas gets to Kusi. Kusi outside to Fitz. Fitz right side to Dukas. That was coming from a Packer fan, so I had to. Krebs inside for 2. Good. And it's 60-55. Tanner Krebs, 19 on the afternoon. 8 of 17 from the field. Tandy, top of the key near the logo. St. Mary's with a 5-point lead on Xavier. Scruggs in the lane. 2. Good. And we have a timeout by St. Mary's. They want to talk it over. Just under 8 to play. St. Mary's 60, Xavier 57. You're watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. And we are back here. 7:56 to go in the game. St. Mary's by 3. Be sure to keep it locked here on Channel 1 here on YouTube for the next game as Kansas, the 1 seed, takes on Prairie View A&M in the first round in the Midwest region. All right, here we go. 2 is no good. Rebound by Fitz. Offensive board. He puts it up and in. And St. Mary's with a 62-57 lead. Xavier takes over as they go down the court. Tandy with it across the timeline. 5-point game. A lot of lead changes. A lot of runs in this game. St. Mary's went up 15-2 to start this one. Xavier then came back. We have a foul off the ball. It's going to be on Tandy. You're going to call it offensive? Interesting. So 62-57. St. Mary's will have it up 5. Ford across the timeline for the Gaels. Ford. Up for 2. No good. Rebound by Xavier, and they'll bring it down. Tandy across the timeline. I believe he now has 2 fouls on the afternoon. Tandy to Scruggs for 3. That's no good. Ooh, rims in and out. And St. Mary's with it. Cross to Krebs. Krebs in the lane. Tanner Krebs. Oh, we have a foul. It's going to be on Marshall. And it's going to be his first. And going to the line is Tanner Krebs. Free throw. Good. 63-57. Carter will check in for Xavier. Sitting is Tandy. I beg your pardon. Fremantle coming in. Carter's out there already. Carter, Fremantle, Tyreek Jones, Marshall, and I believe Scruggs. Scruggs is out there, I think. Out of our screen right now. Yep, he is. So the starting 5 out there for Xavier. Free throw is good. 64-57. St. Mary's back to a 7-point lead. Under 7 minutes left in the game. Scruggs with it for the Musketeers. Trying to advance to the second round. Carter gets it out to Marshall. Marshall right side to Fremantle. 6:40 to go. Oh, it's tipped around. Dives. Oh, what a play by Jones to Scruggs. He had to shoot because the shot clock was winding down, and it is no good. Kusi. Under 2. Good. 66-57. St. Mary's now with a 9-point lead, their largest of the second half. Scruggs, left side to Carter. Playing with his defender. Now going to drive between the circles. Now going to back it out. Marshall, 9 to shoot. Scruggs, great defense here by the Gaels. Let's see if they can finish. Scruggs up for 2, off balance, no good, and rebound St. Mary's. And they can really put a damper on Xavier's hopes. Kusi off the balance, no good, or off balance I should say. Carter the rebound. Xavier with it, down 9, 5:47 left. Marshall to Carter. Carter out to Scruggs. Back to Carter. 5 to shoot. Carter in the lane. No good. Rebound Fitz. And St. Mary's brings it down. 5:27 left. St. Mary's with a 9-point lead. Ford. Left side to Krebs. All right. Krebs in for 2. That's good. And it's 68-57. St. Mary's on a 8-0 run, and Xavier has to take a timeout. 68-57 the score. St. Mary's with an 11-point lead. 5:05 to go. You're watching the live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. We are back here, 5:05 to go. Remember, the winner of this game will play Maryland coming up on Sunday. So definitely watch for that here in Greensboro. Marshall gets to Scruggs for 3. Oh, that would have been big. That is no good. And putback is no good. Rebound St. Mary's. All right, Kusi for 2. That's good. As St. Mary's has opened a 13-point lead, a 10-0 run here. And Xavier, it's crunch time for them. 4:44 left. And just like they started that first half, they might end it the same way here in the second half. Scruggs for 2. That's good. 70-59. St. Mary's will bring it down. Musketeers and Gaels both shooting the same from the field. Yet St. Mary's with an 11-point lead. There's one time Xavier was shooting a good 8-10% better, but St. Mary's is only down like 1 or 2. It's been a weird game. Fitz no good. Rebound Xavier. Some free throws have definitely played a part in that. All right, Carter with it. Carter, right side, 3, no good. That was Marshall, and Xavier misses another one. St. Mary's with the rebound. 4 minutes left. It's crunch time Krebs. Ooh, that could be his nickname if he makes a shot here. Crunch time Krebs. Oh, he just gets kind of stripped as he went up to make the shot. So Scruggs comes down with it. Xavier with it, 16 to shoot. Scruggs between the circles. Up for 2. That's good. 70-61. Xavier trying to make a little bit of a run here. Scruggs now with 8. He's 4 for 11 from the field. As you can see, Kusi having a fantastic afternoon. He's guarded by Scruggs. That's why they showed you that comparison. Krebs, top of the key, 11 to shoot. Off balance 3. Oh, no good. Tyreek Jones and Xavier with a little bit of a chance here if they can score. Carter, and we have a foul. So that's going to be a foul on Krebs, his first. A shooting foul. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2. See what Carter can do. Tommy Kusi called for the foul. The junior from Mesa, Arizona. At the line is Jason Carter, the junior from Johnstown, Ohio. Thanks to all those watching in Ohio and in Arizona. That's good. The free throw is good. Hope you all are staying healthy and well and staying as positive as we can. We're hoping to provide a little distraction here. Second free throw is good. 70-63. A lot of craziness going on in the world, but you can just sit back and watch some basketball, hoping that we can provide you with it this afternoon on this Friday. Krebs to Fitz. Fitz between the circles. Almost 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Krebs with it for St. Mary's. Off balance. They like to take those off balance ones, and they're not going in. Rebound Xavier. Xavier on a 6-0 run and trying to add for more here. Scruggs by the logo. 2:45 left. Scruggs out to Carter. To Fremantle, to Scruggs for 3. He makes it, and it's a 4-point game, a 9-0 run for Xavier in the last 2 minutes, and the Gaels have to be feeling a little bit of pressure as they'll take a timeout. Wow. Randy Bennett, the coach of St. Mary's, wants to talk it over. 70-66, a run for Xavier. They're making a game of it. 2:29 to go. Stick with us on the live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. All right, we are back after the timeout. 70-66 the score. Tommy Kusi has had a phenomenal afternoon. He's got 19, 9 for 17 from the field, as you can see. 2:29 to go in the game. St. Mary's to inbound. Winner gets Maryland, who beat Akron earlier this afternoon by a final score of 86-72. Ford with it for the St. Mary's Gaels. Ford near the free throw line. Well, outside of it, obviously. Now he's going to drive into the lane and puts it up for two. Contested by two Xavier Musketeers, and he puts it over both of them. 72-66, 6-point game, 2:05 left. Scruggs with it. Xavier needs to hang in there here. Scruggs, they're going to say a foul, and that's going to be on Fitz. It'll be his second. He's not happy, although Scruggs went crashing to the floor, so I would assume that was a good call by the referee. Scruggs will shoot two here. First free throw. No good. You have to make your free throws at this point. All right, second free throw coming for the Musketeers. Scruggs. Good. 72-67. Under 2 to play in this live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament first round game between St. Mary's and Xavier. Oh, what a pass and what a shot by Krebs. And Xavier is now down 7 with 1:52 left. Beautiful pass. He was wide open. Xavier kind of a lapse on defense. Scruggs with it. 1:45 left. Xavier, season on the line. They went 19-13 overall this regular season. Then they beat Northern Iowa a couple of nights ago in Dayton. Now trying to pull the upset, but not in a good position to do so. Scruggs for 3, no good. Rebound St. Mary's, 1:29 to go. And Kusi will slow it down for the St. Mary's Gaels. Up by 7, and the Gael fans can feel it here. You can hear them. Scruggs gets the rebound after the miss. 1:15. They got to score and score quickly. Marshall for 2. That's good on the foul. Oh, they're going to say continuation. 74-69. Oh, and they're happy. Scruggs and Marshall with a jumping and celebrating, even though they're still down 5. Still down 5, guys. Randy Bennett not happy on the St. Mary's sideline, the coach for the Gaels. All right, so let's see what Marshall can do. Coach Randy Bennett's probably like, whatever you do, just don't foul. It's not what we need right now. All right, free throw coming. Marshall. Up. Good. And it's 74-70. Neither team has won away. Both teams have went on massive runs in this game, but neither team has won away. Let's see what Xavier can do. Kusi with it on the right side for the St. Mary's Gaels. Under a minute to go. Crowd stands up. They want to see this one for all it's worth. Ford, top of the key. 5 to shoot. Ford in the lane for 2 and a big one. No good. Rebound by Carter of the Xavier Musketeers. 47 seconds left. Down by 4. Carter backs it out. Gets it to Fremantle. Back to Carter. 37 seconds left. 10 to shoot with Scruggs. Down 4. You got to think they got to score in this possession. Scruggs near the logo. 5 to shoot. Drives. Lane up. Blocked. Put back. Tyreek Jones. No good but a foul. Fitz called for his third. So with 26.2 to go, they'll shoot 2. Tyreek Jones will go to the line and shoot a couple. Tyreek Jones, the senior from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Free throw is good, so it's a one-possession game, 74-71 with 26.2 seconds left. It's like we could run a marathon for every mile a second would get us a marathon. All right, Jones, second free throw's good, 74-72. Kusi across the timeline. He's going to drive. What's he going to do? Up by 2. Xavier not fouling. Up and rims out, but what do we got? A timeout by Xavier. All right, 15.7 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. We'll keep it here for this timeout. It's 74-72, and Xavier's going to get the basketball. You got to think, Tyreek Jones has been good. Carter's been fantastic inside. Fremantle, Scruggs. I mean, you've got a lot of options here to go with if you're Xavier to give the ball to and say, go win this game or go tie this game for me. But you could also try to draw the foul inside. So we'll have to see what they do. 15.7 seconds left in the game. Be sure to stick with Channel 1. Coming up next, we've got the number 1 seed Kansas against number 16 seed Prairie View A&M. So maybe we'll see a 16 over a 1. Most likely not, but you never know. You never know, right? That's the magic of the college hoops tournament. Scruggs at the time, or near the timeline. 12 seconds. 10 seconds left. Down by 2. Is he just going to stand there and just shoot it at the end? We'll see. He could shoot for the win here. 4. Marshall for the win, or he's going to go for the tie. It's no good. Oh, they put it in Najee Marshall's hands, and it's no good. And St. Mary's holds on for a 74-72 victory over the Xavier Musketeers. And the St. Mary's Gaels are moving on to play the Maryland Terps coming up on Sunday. Once again, the final score, St. Mary's 74, Xavier 72. So Xavier's season comes to a close, including their win against Northern Iowa a couple of nights ago. They finished 20-14 overall on this season. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Hunter Baumgart. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at HunterBeOnAir. You can definitely follow Live Sim Sports on Twitter. Once again, the final score, 74-72, St. Mary's with the win. Thanks for watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament.
Good afternoon and welcome to the NCAA tournament courtesy of Live City Sports. We have our first round matchup featuring the Kansas Jayhawks and the Kansas Prairie View A&M here in the first round of the NCAA tournament in the Midwest region. The winner will play the 8 seed, the Florida Gators, as the Florida Gators beat East Tennessee State 78-69. Florida with Noah Locke scoring 21 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and shooting 5 of 7 from three-point line. This is a very interesting matchup. Number 1 overall seed, the Kansas Jayhawks, coming in an impressive record, winning the Big 12 regular season title, and coming in with a very star-studded lineup, Udoka Azubuike, as well as Devon Dotson in their lineup. Prairie View A&M comes in with 5 senior starters in their lineup, so we will see how that contributes here today in the first round of the tournament. We are live here from Omaha. The first round coverage of the NCAA tournament are presented by Live Sim Sports. Starting lineups for each team, Prairie View comes in. Number 23, Devontae Patterson, 6'3", 15, Gerard Andrews, 14, Leon Sneed, number 4, Antoine Liston, and number 3, Chancellor Ellis. For Kansas, Udoka Azubuike, you see here averaging about 18 points a game and very efficient from the field goal, 66%, and very dominant. They'll go with him at center, Ochai Abaji at number 30, Marcus Gare, number 0, Devon Dotson, number 1, and number 4, the grad transfer Isaiah Moss from Iowa. Kansas lineup averages about 6'5" here, so height will be an advantage for the Jayhawks over Prairie View A&M. All 5 senior starters averaging about 6'2", 6'3" height average for their lineup. So we will see here tonight. The winner will play Florida in the second round tournament. We are about underway here in the first round tip-off, and it is going to start out with Prairie View getting the tip-off first, as Sneed with the ball top to Lister, guarded by Dotson. Right side of the key, Lister takes inside to Sneed, trying to drive the paint, going for a layup, and rejected, tip blocked by Udoka. Moss up the court will take it up to the top of the key. Up ahead to Abaji for 2, and Kansas the first bucket up 2-0. Very strong start by Jackson, fast pace here. Lister up top of the key at point. He's been a senior point guard all season, all starting all the games. Andrews on the right side of the key, guarded by Abaji. Inside for 2, no good. Rebound by Udoka. Dotson up top of the key will fast pace and rush it. Driving the lane and misses the shot. Rebound by Prairie View number 4, Antoine Liston. And goes in for layup for 2. It's tied up here 2-all. Moss, the grad transfer from Iowa, passes up to Dotson, the sophomore point guard. A little bit of a move around to Dotson on the offensive side of the ball. Up top to Garrett on the right side. You look at the screen. Going to drive the paint. Garrett at the block rejection by Sneed. Big block for A&M. Inside for a dunk. It's 4-2. Prairie View A&M with the first lead of the game, a minute and a half in. Garrett will take the ball up top with Dotson out of the ball. Up ahead to Azubuike. Top of the free throw line. Looking to find something there. Will drive inside. Inside for 2. The foul is called. It will be on Patterson, and that will be his first. That's a huge problem for A&M, as they don't need their tall guys in foul trouble, so Udoka will go to the line to shoot 2. Head coach here for Prairie View A&M, Byron Smith, in his 4th year at the helm, leading his Prairie View Panthers to the SWAC championship and automatic bid in the tournament. First free throw is good by Azubuike. His first basket of the night. Second free throw on the way is good, and we are tied up here at 4. 8:26 to go in the first quarter, above the first half, as we have 4 quarters here for Live Sim Sports. Sneed up top. Fake the 3-point shot inside to Andrews. Heavily guarded. Andrews gives it back to Patterson. Back up top to Lister. Lister is guarded heavily by wide Dotson. Lister top of the key, still in to find a move. 3 in the shot clock. 2. Gotta shoot. Sneed up. Twit jumper, no good. Rebound by Azubuike. And backs up to Garrett, back to Azubuike. What a jump move. Fake, and the basket's good for Kansas. Big move by Ochai Abaji. And Kansas is up 6-4 at the 7:45 mark. Lister at the point. Back up to Sneed up top of the key. Very good guarded by the Kansas defense. Lister still top of the key. Dotson playing great D. Lob ahead, no good. Out of bounds, not really. It'll be saved by Kansas. Up top. 3-point shot is good. A big 3-pointer by Devon. Actually by Marcus Garrett. And a 3-point shot makes it 9-4. And Kansas starts ahead earlier. Sneed top of the key. Good screen set by Patterson. Patterson up top it to Azubuike. Trying to find a post move here. He won't find it. Sneed back up top. Sneed will shoot a long three, and that is no good. Rebound again by Azubuike. As Dotson taking the ball. Corrections, Garrett. Keep getting Garrett and Dotson going numbers wise. But Garrett, lob it! Oh! And a slam by Baji. It's 11-4 Kansas. Kansas is rolling early here in the 116 matchup, and that's what we should be seeing. But, you know, Kansas just once again a dominant team. Lister at the right side of the three-point line, inside to Patterson. Big post move, going to try to take it up on him. Jump shot. Inside is no good, and a rebound for Kansas. Garrett on the rebound. Going to speed up the court. Going to drive the key, and it's going to be good, and a foul! Foul goes on Antoine Lister, and it's Kansas up 13-4 early. And Kansas is rolling fast here, and an ample opportunity for Kansas. And it'll be Marcus Garrett to shoot the and-one free throw, up 13-4. And that's the first foul going to be against Antoine Lister for Prairie. The free throw attempt is good. It's now 14-4 here, early through the first quarter, and I got to find an answer here quick. Sneed needs to step up here. A timeout is called by Prairie View A&M. It is 14-4 Kansas, the 6:17 mark, as we'll take a quick break of the first round tournament coverage here in Omaha. So once again, Kansas will be playing the winner, or the winner of the Kansas Prairie View game will be playing Florida in the second round. 78-69 victory for the Gators earlier today in the first round. Inside pass, tries to get it in, went to Sneed. Sneed will take it to elbow key. Good defense by Kansas all game here. Sneed's going to drive actually, back outside of Lister. Lister guarded by Garrett. Nobody's getting open here for Prairie View. Lister going to try to find a screen here. Gives it to Ellis. Ellis a long three, and that one's no good. Rebound by Azubuike. Up top, a really far pass ahead to Moss. Moss is going to drive up. Almost got fouled. As he'll take it to the free throw line. Going to take it inside the paint, and good. And it's now 16-4 Kansas. Isaiah Moss, the grad transfer from Iowa, another big basket, and the Jayhawks are now extending their lead to 12 here at the 5:35 mark. Lister gives it to Patterson. Top of the key to the free throw line. There's Sneed. See another long three, and that one is good. Sneed for three. And it's now 16-7 Kansas. So the first three of the night for the Panthers, and now Dotson at the three-point line. Having Azubuike get a screen here. Moss with the ball to the left side. To Azubuike. Top of the three-point line. To Dotson. Fake screen by Azubuike. Going to drive it himself. Dotson, no good. Rebound again by Dotson. Outside of Agbaji. He will not take that shot. And a nice layup inside, right to Dotson. A nice little purple layup there. And it's back up to 18-7 Kansas. 4:45 to go in the first quarter here. A&M just trying to find some points here. Good defensive cover by Azubuike in the paint. Patterson up on him. He's going to try to drive on him. Not going to happen on Azubuike here, a very veteran senior. Going to try again. Patterson now will just set it back up to Ellis, back to Sneed. Great steal, and a great steal by Dotson. That would be a shot clock violation on A&M. Prairie View could not get a shot up and not playing good offense, and Kansas rewards himself with a turnover as they get the ball back here at the 4:27 mark. So Garrett and Dotson both playing the point here for Kansas in this first round matchup, both splitting time here. Mostly Dotson will get the duties here, but it'll be Garrett and Dotson splitting. Dotson with a fake three. He did not watch it, and that one's no good. Rebound inside at Garrett, and that one's no good. Off the top of the key, and then it'll be a rebound by Andrews, and Prairie View takes up court. It's going to be Lister. Inside the paint, no good. It'll be back to Andrews. Andrews back to Sneed. At top three-point line. Azubuike's covering Sneed down. Patterson being double switched. They're going to take that switch. Sneed now three-point line inside. Block rejected by Azubuike. Now it's going to be a 1-on-2, and now Agbaji will set it up at top three-point line. Dotson with the ball at the top of the three-point line. He will take it up off himself. Agbaji, they're just going back and forth. Three-point shot by Agbaji is good. And Kansas extends it to 21-7. Agbaji with his first three. Another timeout by Prairie View here in the first quarter. Their second used here in the first quarter. It's 21-7 Kansas early, rolling along in the first round of the NCAA tournament, courtesy of Live Sim Sports. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Back here in Omaha, first round coverage. Prairie View A&M down 21-7. Gerard Andrews has been a consistent free throw shooter line this season for the Panthers. He's averaging about 84% free throw line, and they will pass the ball in bounds here. 3:28 to go first quarter. It's been a very fast start for the Jayhawks. Trying to pass the ball in. Inside to Patterson. Up top to Williams, who actually subbed in for Prairie View at the timeout. Williams, number 12. Fayette Williams actually is his name. He had 9 points in the last game of the SWAC tournament. 2 3-point shot on the way is no good, and a rebound by Kansas. Braun comes in for Kansas up. 3-point shot away by Agbaji, no good. Rebound Azabuki, and that one is no good. A rebound by Patterson as Prairie View gets up the court. Gonna try and get a quick bucket here. Gonna light up. No, Azabuki noted his third block of the half. Garrett inside, gonna take a layup shot, no good. Rebound by Williams for Prairie View. As they'll sub at Andrews. At the right side of the key, Prairie View and Kansas both made some subs in the last timeout. Williams up top. Very good defense by Kansas here in the first quarter. Patterson, the free throw line. To Williams for a 3-point opportunity is no good. Rebound Azabuki, he's been all over the court here in the first quarter. Kansas gonna drive. Inside the Braun. He'll pick it back up, reset with Agbaji. Moss to the right side of the court. To Garrett, back inside Azabuki. Post up on Patterson. Azabuki trying to find some room. 4 on the shot clock. 3, 2. Agbaji with a shot. At top of the rim, no good. It'll be rebounded by Prairie View as Andrews takes the ball up court. He will pass inside. A dunk ahead to Patterson. And a big basket needed for Prairie View. It's 21-9 Kansas, the 147 mark. Garrett will take the ball on the 3-point line. Agbaji to the right side of the court. And a lob inside, but no good. And a rebound going back to the way to Prairie View. It's Andrews up ahead to Williams. Williams at the free throw line. Going to be Williams inside. No good. Rebound by Moss. And it's going to go back up top to the Kansas Jayhawks. Moss by himself. Free throw line. We'll have to sub the offense. Kansas is going to make some subs coming in next time out here. Garrett, the top of the key. They're going to set some screens here. Going to try and get inside. Going to get Moss for 3 opportunity. That's no good. Rebound ahead. Rebound by Azabuki again. It's 5th rebound. Kansas is all over the rebound boards. Left side, Agbaji covered really tight. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2. Got to get a shot opportunity. He gets a weird shot. It's no good. Rebound ahead to Patterson. So Kansas couldn't get a top shot there. Williams inside. And a nice layup dunk ahead to Andrews. It's 21-11. Kansas had 15 rebounds in the first quarter, 7 to Prairie View, so doubling up them in rebound for market here in the first quarter. Agbaji going to drive the free throw line. The layup is good. And it's 23-11. Kansas at 39 seconds to go. So really a slow start for Prairie View, a fast start for Kansas, but it's really slowed things down here the last 3 minutes. Going to drive the lane. He's fouled and no basket. Garrett will get the foul for Kansas' first personal. And now 2 shots coming ahead for Prairie View. It'll be Fayette Williams to shoot 2 free throws for Prairie View. 31 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Subs coming in for both Kansas and Prairie View at the scorer's table. First free throw attempt on the way for Williams will be no good. So subs coming in for Kansas. For Prairie View coming in is going to be Dwayne Cox coming in. And then coming in for Kansas is going to be David McCormick. Yeah, he is a role player. He's had 18 starts this season, 29 appearances, averaging about 14 minutes a game, 6 points for Kansas. So they'll go with him and give Azabuki a break here before the end of the quarter. Second free throw attempt is good. It's 23-12 Kansas here in the first quarter. So Dotson back in the game will be up top for the Jayhawks. He will get the ball top of the three-point line and top to Moss. Moss with a jab step. Trying to find some room here. Moss again by himself. Dotson back to Agbaji. 12 to go in the first quarter. Through the shot, I gotta shoot it. Agbaji gonna drive, and that one is no good. Round McCormick to Dotson. They got 3 seconds left, and this will be a steal by A&M at the buzzer. It will be no good. It just hit the top of the rim, but the end of the first quarter and the first half, it's Kansas 23, Prairie View A&M 12 here in our first round matchup of the NCAA tournament, brought to you by Live Sim Sports. Kansas rolling pretty hard here. Azubuike been the leader with a couple rebounds, and been mostly the Isaiah Moss and the Azubuike show. Prairie View A&M really trying to be inside the Patterson here in the first quarter, but we'll see what happens here in adjustments to the second quarter for this first round matchup. So not a bad first quarter on both sides, and not really a blowout here in the first quarter. Mostly a very close matchup indeed. So Kansas will leave Braun on the court. They'll have Dotson back on the floor for Kansas. They will bring in McCormick as well to stay in for Azubuike. Agbaji's still in the ball game. Williams, Cox, Patterson, Williams, Anderson on the court for A&M. Rebound by Prairie View, as they keep their main core in the game for Prairie View. Williams up top at the three-point line, says screen set, gonna drive it inside, no good. Rebound ahead to Dotson. He gets the rebound to the right side of the court. Gonna find Braun outside. It's 25-12 Kansas. Braun's been a huge player this season. 31 appearances, 5 starts, averaging about 18 minutes a game, and averaging 5 points for Kansas off the bench. So he's been a very key core player to the rotation for the Jayhawks. Patterson up ahead to Williams. Williams trying to find a screen here. He's going to get nobody right now. Everybody's covered pretty well by Kansas. Shot clock down to 3. Got to pull the shot somehow. You're going to take out the 3-point line. Williams for 2 or 3, no good. We couldn't see, but the ball goes out of bounds, tipped off of McCormick, and it will stay with Prairie View A&M here at the mark. So inbound pass to Prairie View from Andrews. 8:56 to go, second quarter. Andrews gives it to Cox. Cox in the lane. Going to try and get a jump shot here. No good. Rebound by Braun. Braun has been all over the place for the Jayhawks in the first couple minutes he played here for the Jayhawks. Agbaji inside the Braun. Contested jump shot. He will back it out. Going to try to find something. 6 on the shot clock. Gives it up to Dotson. 3, 2. Dotson's got a shot up. He will. And the shot is no good. Rebound by Braun inside. And he misses again, but rebound by Williams. Braun with 2 key rebounds just now in the past couple minutes. But now Kansas on defense. Prairie View trying to get inside, back outside the Williams. Dotson playing great defense on Williams. 8 on the shot clock. Williams tries to find Cox for 3, and that one is no good. Inside, rebound by Braun again. Braun ahead of Moss. Moss for 3. Good! Isaiah Moss with second 3 of the game. It's 28-12 Kansas. Subs looking to come in at the score table. A timeout again by Prairie View. Their third timeout used here in the ball game, and Kansas is on a run again at 28-12. 7:49 to go here. Second quarter actually. Kansas is rolling right now in this first round matchup. And as you can see in this matchup here between these two teams, that Kansas has really been going up and down the court, not set up the offense per se. Prairie View, very slow pace. They want to slow the game down here against Jayhawks, but Kansas has been really going back and forth on the court, and Braun's been a key player in this first couple minutes here for Kansas. Lister and Snead back in for Prairie View for the Panthers. In for Kansas, Azubuike back in, as well as Moss and Garrett for the Jayhawks. Andrews top of 3-point line. 3-point shot on the way is good. And a 2-pointer by Faye Williams, but I thought it was a 3-point shot. Kansas shooting 42% from the field at 11 of 27 right now. So looking pretty good. Steal by Prairie View. Lister going to try to get himself in a layup, and that one is no good. Rebound by Garrett. Up ahead to Braun. Back to Garrett. Going to drive the lane. Jump shot is no good. Rebound by Prairie View up ahead real fast to Andrews. They're going to try and drive again. Basket's no good. Rebound by Kansas and Moss. And they're going to fast pace up the court. Dotson on the right side. Get a screen by Azubuike, then by Braun. He's going to drive it. Dotson loses the ball, fumbles it, but has to get inside. Dotson layups in, no good, and rebound by Prairie View in Antoine Lister. So Kansas right now playing some good defense, and a jump shot by Patterson, not going to go. He's going to try and get up on the layup. Patterson's layup, no good, and a rebound by Kansas. Braun again. Braun has about 4 or 5 rebounds here in this ball game. 3-point shot by Garrett is no good, and rebound by Prairie View. Prairie View can't buy many buckets here. 2-point shot opportunity, no good. Rebound by Azubuike. So right now, Kansas going really fast-paced inside, and Kansas will get the foul. It'll be on Williams' first, and that'll be a 2-shot foul for Dotson. Kansas just finding open holes here in the paint, and that's going to be another 2 shots for Kansas at the free throw line. They're currently 3 for 3 from the line for Kansas. So Dotson will get a pair of free throws here. Sub coming in for Prairie View at the timeout. So first shot on the way for Dotson. 29-14 Kansas. So returning for Prairie View comes in is Chancellor Ellis, a big iteration, as well as Sneed, as he goes back to point guard for Prairie View. So Dotson's second free throw attempt on the way here, as Kansas has doubled up Prairie View here in the first half. 30-14 Kansas. So Sneed here playing the point for the Panthers. Just trying to bite some baskets here in the second quarter. Nothing really going perfect for the Panthers. Lister for 3. That one's good. A big 3-pointer for Prairie View. 30-17 Kansas. And we're almost halfway through the first or second quarter here in Omaha. Dotson left side. Inside to Azubuike. He's been very, very good in the paint. Back outside Dotson. Azubuike will try to set a screen for him. And a foul on Prairie View on Patterson. That's his second. That's a big foul for Prairie View. We don't want to get him, or they don't want to get him in his third foul here in the first half. So Kansas will take a timeout, leading 30-17 here at the 5:34 mark of the first half. Kansas uses their first timeout. Prairie View's already used 2 timeouts here. Actually used 3 timeouts in the first half. So Prairie View still has 4 left. Kansas still has 6 timeouts left. So a lot of timeouts to go here in this ball game. Kansas will set the offense here inside of Dotson. Going to try to drive on Prairie View. Layup. No good, and a rebound by Patterson up ahead. They keep Patterson with 2 fouls right now, so interesting matchup. Inside a layup is no good by Chancellor Ellis, and Kansas gets the ball back up to Dotson. Dotson, a really wild jump shot. He'll try to shoot again, blocked again, and a rebound by Prairie View. And a foul on Kansas for Dotson, his first personal. He's only had 4 points tonight. He's 1 of 9 from the field today, so very, very quiet. But then again, you don't need him to be perfect in this game with a 116 matchup. You need him better for the Florida matchup if they win this game. So Sneed at top 3-point line. 30-17 Kansas. 5 minutes to go. Ellis for 2. A big jump shot air ball was way off the mark. That's the first air ball for Prairie View today, but Dotson will take the ball up top of the key and set the offense. Azubuike now the ball at 3-point line. Trying to find some open shots here. Garrett. Going to drive the lane. His layup is no good. And a rebound by number 15. That will be Jared Andrews. Andrews pass up ahead, and a layup is no good. And a rebound by Isaiah Moss. Moss has been on the roll today for Kansas Raptors. Inside the Braun, and a slam dunk. And Kansas up 32-17. Matt Braun, or Christian Braun, has been a very, very important role player in this ball game today. 5 rebounds and 4 points. Steal away by Kansas, no, and will roll out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers as it was tipped ball by Garrett. Coming in for Kansas is going to be number 30. It's going to be Agbaji back in the ballgame as Braun, as you can see, play a lot of minutes. There's now about 8 minutes there and a good minutes for Kansas' rotation. So Agbaji back in for the Jayhawks. Ellis, top of the key, being covered by Moss. Inside to Patterson. Going to try and get up on Azubuike and counting the foul. That's a big bucket for Patterson against Azubuike. That's his first foul for Azubuike here in the 4-minute mark for Kansas. So an ample opportunity for Prairie View as Patterson's free throw attempt is good. It's 32-20 Kansas. 4 minutes to go in the first half. So Prairie View kind of keeping it a little bit close here in the first half. Not too far, but just a couple stops to make a difference here in the ballgame. Agbaji to Dotson. Dotson playing somewhat pretty well. He'll shoot a range three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Patterson. He's been on a hot streak here in the past couple minutes. Sneed, left side of the court, trying to find opportunity. Patterson to the screen. Sneed to the free throw line. Rejected by Azubuike. What a block by Udoka. A big block for the Jayhawks, and it's going to be staying with the Panthers. 32-20. Kansas leads 3:34 to go. Andrews will pass the ball in. He will give it up to Sneed. Sneed being covered. Big opportunity to steal. It's going to be off the leg. It's off the leg of Sneed. It's back to Kansas. Another turnover for the Panthers and Coach Smith for not a happy camper here for Prairie View. Dotson with the ball on the right side of the court. He's going to try to drive this. Little shove off. Nothing there. Moss being covered. It's going to be then Garrett. 3-point line. 10 on the shot clock. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Garrett going to drive it. Garrett gets blocked away by Patterson. Rebound Garrett. Throw the shot clock. Azubuike inside. No good. And a rebound by Prairie View and Andrews. Nice move at Patterson for the slam dunk when Prairie View's down by 10. He has 7 points tonight for Patterson and the Panthers and 5 rebounds. He's been a key factor for the inside game for the Panthers. 10-point ball game here in Omaha. Garrett, the free throw line. That one's a loose ball and a rebound by Garrett who picks it back up. Inside, trying to get a layup, and that one is no good. Rebound by Lister to Andrews. Andrews set up and back to Sneed up top, and no set up. Garrett with 6 points here for Kansas so far in this ballgame. Sneed trying to get another bucket here. Very good defense by Dotson and Garrett. Ellis for 3. That's no good. Rebound tip outside for Prairie View. Basket's good by Jared Andrews. It's 32-24. It's a 12-4 run for the Panthers. They're back within single digits at the 2-minute mark. Kansas trying to stay alive, and the layup is good. Garrett with a big layup. It's 34-24. And Kansas responds real quick to the Panthers' 12-4 run. So now they're making a little bit of a game here, 10-point ball game. Patterson on Udoka again. Patterson going to try and get a layup here. Can't find it. Reset the Lister. Back to Sneed. Shot clock at 5. 1:36 go. Ellis for 3. A deep one. That's no good. Rebound by Azubuike. He's up by 8 rebounds today. Kansas is rolling right now. Here comes Dotson. To the left side of the court. Can't find an open hole. He'll reset up top. Covered by Andrews. Or Sneed. Correction. Now Garrett's ball. He's going to drive through for the layup. And that guy's no good. Rebound ahead for Prairie View. That is by Andrews. Andrews inside on Garrett. 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. Inside to Andrews. Basket no good. Rebound by Garrett. So Garrett up ahead. To Agbaji. Azubuike in the paint trying to after the ball. Back out to Garrett at point. Back to Agbaji. Back to Dotson. Dotson going to try and get in the lane here. Dotson covered very hard by Andrews. The 3-point shot. Good. That's a big 3-point basket for Kansas by Agbaji. And 36 seconds to go. Kansas is back up by 13. So Sneed back to Patterson. Patterson to Lister. Lister for 3. No good. Rebound by Moss for Kansas. Kansas has been doing a great job set up the offense, looking for that last shot. Prairie View looks very seen rushed and not really finding open shots here unless it's a fast run and gun situation for Prairie View. 4 on the shot clock. Last shot. Garrett could probably get a 3-point shot here. That shot is up and it is no good. Rebound by Azubuike. Basket's good at the half. And that will count, and Kansas will take the 37-24 lead here at the half. It has been a very slow-paced second quarter, as Kansas only scored 14 points. It was a 14-12 second quarter for the Jayhawks over Prairie A&M. But it has been very, very fast-paced on both sides of the court, as Kansas is rolling here and looking like they'll probably move on potentially the second round to play Florida. But we don't know that information yet. It has been a very close game. It was a 12-4 run by Prairie that made this game interesting until Kansas really rolled down the last couple minutes to play some solid defense for the Jayhawks. So Kansas here leading 37-24 in the first half. About to start third quarter here in Omaha. The winner will play the Florida Gators. Florida beat East Tennessee State 78-69. Noah Locke, their best player, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, but shot 5 of 7 from the three-point line. So Noah Locke will be a huge factor into Sunday's matchup here for the winner to advance to the second weekend. Start of third quarter here. Kansas up by 13. Agbaji's been on a good game today, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist for the sophomore forward. So Kansas the ball first. Garrett will play the point here for the second half. Dotson will play off the ball. Agbaji, Moss, Azubuike, Garrett, Dotson, the 5 players for Kansas. Inside, Azubuike rejected, but the ball went to be out of bounds. So we got to Prairie View A&M here in the third quarter. Isaiah Moss has been on a tear since he joined the team as a transfer. He's been really averaging more points per month, a significant increase since he started out the season for the Jayhawks. So Sneed with the ball up top will play point for Prairie View. 9:35 to go third quarter. Andrews back to Patterson, the forward. He has 2 fouls, be careful. Patterson, Ellis, Andrews, Lister, and Sneed are the 5 players for the Panthers, and a steal by Garrett off the turnover. And another turnover by Prairie View as Sneed takes the ball from Kansas. Inside for Prairie View. That's Ellis. Chancellor Ellis with his first bucket of the day. He's 1 of 7 shooting today and a -8, so not an impressive stat line for him, but he hit a big bucket. It's back to 11, 37-26. Dotson inside. Big layup is no good. Rebound by Patterson. Devontae Patterson's been a key forward for the Panthers all season. He's been their 4/5 position all season long. Patterson the ball left side to Sneed. Sneed's going to try to drive it. Nope. Rebound by Patterson. He tried to get a steal. Lister back to Sneed, back to Patterson. Patterson jump shot no good. Rebound by Dotson. So Prairie View can't get a good shot. If Dotson has an open lane, he's going to try to drive it. Can't get open. Dotson, a jump shot is good. A big drive by Dotson, the sophomore, and he's been very, very aggressive in the paint this whole game. Lister the free throw line, back to Patterson. Patterson going to try to find a shot here. Going to be Sneed, going to drive it. Azubuike fouls him, no shot. It'll be his second foul for Azubuike, but it will be a 2-shot free throw for Prairie View and Leon Sneed. He had a nice drive there. Azubuike had the slap of the wrist on that shot. Did look pretty contact on that foul. So Sneed will get 2 free throws here. 8:11 to go here third quarter. Kansas looking to beat the 16 seed and play the Florida Gators. First free throw attempt is good. 39-27. The largest lead of the game has been about 15 right now. Largest lead. But it has been Kansas who has had a good lead, and Prairie View comes right back and faces a close game. Both free throws are good. It's 39-28 now. So we still have a close ball game here in Omaha. Dotson with the ball, a timeout by Kansas. Their second timeout used here of the game. As Bill Self will get a quick chalk with his players. 11-point lead for the Jayhawks. Courtesy of Live Sim Sports, we will take a quick break. back here in Omaha. Isaiah Moss, one of the best defenders on the team, as well as a good free throw percent shooter, around the 85-80% mark. Kansas winning the ball from Isaiah Moss. Nobody's open, and they'll give the ball to Azubuike, back to Garrett. Like I said, Garrett and Dotson playing both the point guard duties in this ball game, trying to establish a good point guard, shooting guard, off-ball connection for both of them. Garrett going to go to the right side of the court. Azubuike at the screen. Garrett's going to try and drive, and that ball is good. Garrett with a nice drive on the defense. It's 41-28. Kansas shooting 36% from the field, 16-45. Prairie View 11-40 for the game. So a very slow shooting night for the Panthers. 3-point shot by Ellis. That is good. A very nice smooth shot by Ellis. His second three of the night. And Kansas is only up by 10 now. Prairie View trying to get back in this ball game. Dotson with the ball. Back to Agbaji. He has 16 tonight. He's been very aggressive. Garrett going to try and get on the screen here. Kansas' offensive screen is very, very aggressive. Layup blocked by Garrett. It is blocked by Patterson. Going to drive the court, and a layup is no good. He had a good shot opportunity. The foul's on Garrett, his second. And a chance for Prairie View to cut the lead in single digits here at the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. As Garrett does not agree with the call, and a very good drive by Antoine Lister. Lister, the senior shooting guard, he's been the 5 seniors in the starting lineup. Free throw attempt is good, and Kansas only by 9. As Azubuike will take a seat and bring back in McCormick at the 5. So now the second free throw attempt for Prairie View. Lister's attempt is good, and Kansas is only by 8 here with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. So still a very close game. Very, very impressive Prairie View game against the top team in the country. Prairie View went 14-4, and a jump layup. I don't even call that, but a good opportunity by Kansas. That was Agbaji. He now has 18 tonight. So 18 of the 43 points from Kansas come from Agbaji, and a very, very great game from him. Inside of Patterson, a slam dunk, and the Panthers are back with an 8. He has 9 points. 8 are in the paint, so he's been very aggressive in the paint for the Panthers. Dotson to the right side of Moss. Moss is going to drive. Back of Azubuike. His layup attempt is good. It's back up to 10. Timeout, Prairie View A&M. Prairie View won the SWAC conference this season. We lost 4 conference games this whole season, but lost about, I think, 12 games overall going into the season. Kansas here up by 10 at the 6:16 mark. We'll take a quick break. Back here, first round coverage of the Omaha, the NCAA tournament. A very important matchup for Kansas to face the winner, or actually to face the Gators on Sunday if they win this game. But Prairie View still hanging around. Patterson with the ball up top 3-point line. 6:08 to go. 14 the shot clock. Patterson going to try and drive. Loses the ball on Azubuike. His jump shot no good. Kind of layup opportunity no good. Back to Dotson. Back to Agbaji. He's going to drive, and a foul by Prairie View. It's on Sneed, his first, so not a big concern for Coach Smith and the Panthers. Moss will pass the ball in. To McCormick at the top 3-point line. Back to Garrett. Garrett going to try and get a screen and drive. No opportunity. That's stolen away by Prairie View. It'll be Sneed out top to Andrews. Andrews going to try and drive. A foul is called on McCormick. That's his first, so a good chance for Prairie View to cut the lead back to within single digits. Both teams shooting very well from the free throw line. As you can see, 6-7 is Prairie View and 4-4 against Kansas. But Kansas has not had 1 free throw attempt here in the second half. So it will be Prairie View shooting the free throws. Gerard Andrews will shoot the 2 free throws here. First free throw is good. It's back into single digits. Back to 9. Kansas 45, Prairie View 36. Second free throw attempt is good. It's back to 8. So the Panthers are hanging around in that 12 to 8 point mark. So fans trying to turn around here and get on the Panthers side. Garrett with the ball up to the left side of the court. to McCormick. He's going to try to drive. McCormick drives and is fouled. It's going to be on Patterson, his third, so he's 2 fouls away. So foul trouble ensuing for the Panthers front court. So a big concern for Patterson. He's played mostly in the entire game. Now it'll be McCormick in the line shooting 2. McCormick this season at the free throw line, 81%, 39 of 48 all season. So not many opportunities, but makes the most of them win at the line. So McCormick will shoot 2 here. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. First attempt is good for McCormick. Second free throw attempt from McCormick is good. Kansas back up by 10 here. Like I've been saying, it's been around the 14-8 range in the lead for Kansas all game. Inside to Patterson on McCormick. He's been very good in the paint. Gonna try and get a jump shot or a drive here. Patterson back to Lister. Lister, 3-point shot is no good, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll stay with Prairie View as the ball was touched by number 30, Agbaji. So 5:13 to go here, third quarter. Kansas up by 10, trying to win this first round matchup. They're going to try to find side to Patterson, up on a big block by McCormick. McCormick has been very good in return place on Zabuki. Inside of Kansas, big boy Agbaji. He has now 22 minutes, but 18 points for the Jayhawks. He has played a very impressive game, 18 for the sophomore. Sneed at the free throw line, trying to find something here. Patterson for a long 3, that's no good. And a rebound by Agbaji. 9 points for Patterson tonight. Inside layup is good by Agbaji. He has now 20 for the Jayhawks, and it's 51-37. He has an impressive start with Dotson not being amazing. Azabuki doing somewhat great, but it's been the Agbaji show here. 20 points for the Jayhawks. It's 51-37. Back inside to Andrews. He's going to try to get a layup here. Inside a foul on Agbaji, his first. So there'll be a 2-shot free throw for the Panther in Andrews. 78% free throw shooter for the Panther senior forward. Subs coming in for Kansas. Braun will come back in for Kansas. So the sub free throw attempt is good. Back to 13. So Kansas will actually, Prairie View returns to winning Cox for a short stint for the Panthers. And then we have Azabuki and Braun in for Kansas. So the court to the seat for the Jayhawks. Back to 12, 51-39 here. 4:12 to go in the third quarter. This has been a very impressive game for Prairie View, staying within the 14-8 point lead range. Garrett going to try and drive here. He's going to get a jump shot that's good. Garrett's been very aggressive on the driving kick. He has 12 points tonight. Cox will play the point right now for the Panthers. Back to Ellis. Jump shot is going to be no good. Rebound by Azabuki. They're going to try and push it. Moss is going to try and take it. Moss inside the Braun. Layup is good. And Christian Braun again comes in for some key minutes. And it's back up to a 16-point lead for Kansas at the 3:30 mark. Kansas is going to try and pull this one away here. Patterson with the ball. Going to try and drive. No good. Azabuki with the rebound. They're going to push it again. Kansas very fast at pushing it. Moss being guarded. Moss going to drive and is fouled. It's going to get Ellis his first. Reach and foul, be no shot foul for the Jayhawks. Returning back for the Panthers, Williams, and other Williams return for the Panthers. 55-39 Kansas, 3 minutes to go third quarter. Dotson back at the point. Back to Moss. Very guarded by Williams. He's going to try to get a kick here. Moss going to try a drive. Layup is good in the foul. Williams picks the foul, but it's Isaiah Moss with the end one, and the lead is back up to 18. It's a quick 6-0 run for Kansas. And the grad transfer really putting it on here for Kansas. It's been him as well as Agbaji. The free throw is good. It's back to 18. 58-39 Kansas. Looks like Kansas is rolling here late in the second half, but wins the ball up top. He's playing point right now. They're going to try and get a screen here. Baji playing good defense. Back to Lister. 3 on the shot clock. Lister to Williams. You got to shoot up here. 3-point shot is no good. Deep 3. Rebound out by Baji, and Kansas is going to push it. Moss to the free throw line. No spin move. Back to Dotson. Azubuike ain't going to shoot that 3-point shot. Dotson's going to drive free throw lane. Back to Braun. And Braun will not shoot that. He's been mostly layups, but stolen away by Williams. And Braun's first turnover of the game for the Jayhawks. 2:10 to go, third quarter. Williams on the drive on Azubuike, rejected! A big block by Azubuike. Braun's going to take it himself. 3-point line. Going to drive himself. Layup is good for Christian Braun. It's 60-39 Kansas. And right now they're rolling fast. It's a big third quarter for the Jayhawks. Fate Williams can't find anything. Patterson, the 3-point line. Lister covered by Moss. Kansas is playing really good defense today. 39 points in almost 30 minutes of action. Lister layup blocked by Azubuike, his third block of the game. Back to Moss. Azubuike's been a terror in the paint for defense. Moss is going to drive inside Azubuike. Layup is no good, but foul by Lister. Almost and one opportunity for Azubuike. And his second foul for Lister. The 7-foot senior has been really good in the paint today. Azubuike's free throw attempt is good. And now it's 61-39. 1:20 to go. Kansas rolling in Omaha. Missed free throw for Azubuike. The first miss for Kansas today. 61-39. Kansas. Lister with the ball. Going to drive on Moss. Lister to Williams. Fate wins the ball 3-point line. 3-point opportunity is good. That's a big 3 for Prairie View. And it's back to 19 here with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Kansas has their lead here in the third quarter, but it's been mostly the defense. Inside, a lob, no good. They tried to lob it inside to Baji. Didn't happen. Lister with the ball 3-point line. 40 seconds left in the third quarter here. Lister going to try and drive. Can't find anything. Going to try and get layup on Moss. Baji. Williams up top. Azubuike covering him. Williams back screen to Braun. Williams layup is good. And a quick 5-0 run for Prairie View. It's 61-44. 17-point lead for Kansas. 22 seconds left. Dotson inside to Azubuike. Back to Braun. Braun being heavily guarded by Chancellor. Correction Sneed. Moss, the 3-4 line. Will take the jump shot. 2 on the shot clock. 3-point shot by Dotson is no good. Rebound by Prairie View and Andrews. And there's no shot as we end the third quarter. Kansas leads 61-44. They have a 17-point lead entering the fourth quarter here in the first round of the NCAA tournament. As we start the fourth quarter, the 24-13 third quarter for Kansas. So they saw a little bit of breathing room here to go in the fourth quarter as the Jayhawks are looking to make it to the second round. That was the State Farm assist of the game from Garrett to Agbaji. He's been a star player tonight. 20 points for the sophomore. He has been a leader on the points for the Jayhawks. Dotson very quiet today, as well as Azubuike, but still, nonetheless, a very defensive, offensive game. Stolen away by Kansas. It's going to be Dotson inside to Agbaji and stolen away by Williams and Prairie View. Back ahead, Williams the layup and dunk at 61-46. So just right there, 2 back-to-back turnovers by both teams caused that dunk by Williams. So Garrett with the ball up top, now the point guard. 15-point ball game for the Jayhawks. Moss tries to get a screen. Garrett goes to the 3-point line, to the right side, trying to feed Azubuike inside. Big paint move, couldn't find anything. To Garrett, to Moss for 3. Missed it. And rebound by Prairie View. Antoine Lister, the rebound. Inside! Layup is no good. It was going to be a layup by, I believe it was Andrews, but no good. And it's back to Dotson. 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Dotson layup in. He went right past the defender. A 17-point lead. Devon Dotson, a sophomore point guard, has been a key player all season for the Jayhawks, and Williams the ball up top. Kansas very slowly making a room here for the second round. Williams guarded by Dotson. That's stolen away by Dotson. His second turnover of the game. Third steal for Dotson. Dotson going to try and get inside. Inside layup is good to Garrett. Back to 19. 65-46 Kansas. And the Jayhawks are bleeding it out here in Omaha. It went from an 8-point game to 12 to 15. Stolen away by Williams. Back inside. Williams no good. And rebound by Dotson. Devon Dotson has about 4 or 5 rebounds that have been very clutch here in the third, fourth quarters. Dotson back to Azubuike. He's going to try to drive this. Dotson, the jump step, no good. Rebound by Patterson. He's been a key player in the defensive side for the Panthers here in the second half. Williams at the free throw line. Can't find anything. Back to Patterson. 3-point opportunity for Patterson is no good. And a rebound by Agbaji for Kansas. Agbaji will give it to Garrett to set up the offense. Top of the 3-point line. 7:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. Moss. 3-point line. Jab step. Nothing there. Trying to find Azubuike. Dotson the 3-point line. Chopper down to 3. Gotta take a shot here. He would just lob it up, and this one no good. So a terrible opportunity for Kansas there. Couldn't find any jump shot there. Williams will try to drive it. Fate Williams at the 3-point line. Gonna try to drive it, no good. Rebound up ahead by Dotson. Agbaji and Dotson. Stolen away by Dotson. Fate wins the layup. Kicks it out. Jump shot opportunity is good. Nice jump shot by Antoine Lister on the left side of the court. And now it's back to 17. Timeout by Kansas with 6:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. So a 17-point lead, 6:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. So back here in Omaha, 65-48 Kansas, 6:46 to go. The Jayhawks 6 minutes away from playing Florida on Sunday in the round of 32. Garrett up top, great defense by Prairie. Dotson left side of the court with the ball. He's going to try and drive at the Creighton logo. Dotson's layup is good. That was very aggressive. It's back to 19. Dotson with 10 points tonight, 8 in the paint. Very quiet. Agbaji has 20. Prairie View trying to find some offense here. Ellis with the ball up top. He's had 2 threes tonight. Williams, 3-point shot, 6 in the shot clock. Going to try and find Ellis. Ellis, another 3 is good. His third 3 of the night for Ellis. Chancellor Ellis has been a 3-point machine tonight. 3 threes for the Panthers. It's back to 16. Dotson stolen away by Ellis. Back-to-back great plays by Ellis. And inside to Sneed. Layup blocked by Garrett. Garrett will take the ball on the right side. Gonna try and drive. Can't find anything. Garrett jump shot. Good. A big shot by Marcus Garrett, who's been an every game starter for the Jayhawks. 16 points from tonight for the Jayhawks. Sneed gonna drive. Layup is blocked by Azubuike again. Garrett to Agbaji. Inside the Dotson was blocked away. So the Jayhawks get their own set of blocks from the Prairie Panthers. Andrews the ball. Back to Williams up top. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as Kansas is almost in the sweep second round. Andrews covered by Agbaji. Andrews stolen away. Back to him. Layup is good. It was tipped away and on the floor. And a big rebound by Andrews. He has 12 tonight for the Panthers. Both leading scorers, Andrews and Agbaji. 4:45 to go here in Omaha. Garrett with the ball inside to Azubuike. Gonna drive. Good. Can't find anybody. Moss back to Dotson. Azubuike to the screen to the left. Dotson gonna jump. Fadeaway is good. It was a dipsy-do shot for the Jayhawks, who are shooting 45% from the field tonight. 29-64. 71-53. Kansas 4 to go. The ball was tipped out of bounds by Garrett, and it will stay with Prairie View with 4:19 to go. As Prairie View trying to find any answer here and make a quick run before the game ends. So back up top to Sneed, who's played point and the 2 position all game. Patterson tries to screen, won't find it. Sneed covered by Garrett inside to Patterson. Up ahead on Azabuki, no good. Rebound by Azabuki. They're going to push it. Inside for Kansas, up picked up by Baji. Oh, what a 2-hand slam. He has 22 tonight. He has been their main contributor all game, and Kansas fans are on their feet at the 3:45 mark. So close to the round 32. Inside layup is good, and that makes it by Leon Sneed back to 18. Leon Sneed, the big layup reverse, so it cuts it back to within 20. Agbaji back to Garrett. He's going to try to drive. Azabuki kick out. So Agbaji back to Dotson. He'll pick the 3-point shot. Still being heavily guarded inside 3-point line. Dotson being aggressive in the paint and lays it up. He has 12 for the Jayhawks. He was very slow in the first quarter, but has picked up since, and it's back to 20. 3:05 to go. Patterson the ball left side of the screen. Gonna try to find Williams. Patterson's gonna set a screen, nobody there. Gonna drive. Patterson's layup is no good. Rebound Azabuki. He has had a bunch of rebounds today for the Jayhawks. 2:48 to go. Garrett the ball left side of the screen. Dotson to Moss, who will fake the 3-point shot. Nobody's in the screen for him. Here comes Azabuki to the right. Moss for 3. That's in. Isaiah Moss for 3. It's 78-55 Jayhawks, and they're putting the margin on. Timeout Prairie View. And that's going to be a solid timeout for Coach Smith, as they will be down 23, as the Jayhawks are very close to the round of 32 here, courtesy of Live Sim Sports first round coverage here in Omaha. Kansas is rolling here in the first round. It was close at first. It was an 8-point game, but the player of the game, as we see it, is Devon Dotson. He was 14 points tonight, 6 of 9 shooting. But in my opinion, I think Agbaji gets the honors. He has 22 tonight for Kansas. I think he's had a great appearance for the sophomore forward. Inside, the Williams layup is good, and it's back to 21. A layup by Williams. So Kansas keeps their starting 5 in the ball game. They will not bring in any subs like Braun or McCormick. Inside Azabuki, right at the lane. Gonna try and get on Patterson, and that layup is no good. That's the 4th foul on Patterson, as they're gonna keep him in the game. And there's no point in taking him out of the game right now. 2 minutes to go. He has 4 fouls, but Azabuki will get 2 free throw shots here at the 2-minute mark. 78-57. Kansas is rolling here, as we will not see any subs at the scorer's table. Azabuki's 2 free throw attempts on the way. First free throw attempt. No good. Azabuki, his 2nd free throw miss of the day. Typically, Azabuki is around a 44% free throw shooter, so not a great free throw shooter at the line. He misses both free throws. He's 1 of 4 today from the line. 78-57, Kansas, 1:55 to go. Just trying to get some buckets here for Prairie View in the last 3 minutes. Inside Ellis, buckets no good, and Azabuki gets another rebound. So it looks like Kansas will move on to the round 32 here. Jump shot by Dotson, no good. A rebound by Williams, Fate Williams. Up ahead for Prairie View to Lester. Lester's going to try and drive, can't find anything. Jump shot, no good. Patterson inside on Ellis will take it to the 3-point line. 1:22 to go, shot right in the 5. Lister to Fate Williams for 3, that's no good. 13 to go here. Kansas up 78-57. This will be the last minute for Kansas to just keep it rolling here. Azubuike inside. Layup. What a move by Azubuike. A nice spin move. And it's 80 points for the Jayhawks with 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter and no subs happening. Kansas is going to finish this game out on a huge win in the first round. Patterson inside. Jump shot is no good. Azubuike on a rebound. 48 seconds to go for the Jayhawks. And what a win for Kansas in the first round, as expected, but still a great performance by Agbaji. Prairie View turns the ball over, or gets the ball in a turnover. 33 seconds left to go. Gonna try to find one last shot here for the Panthers. Williams to the right side. Gonna try and drive on the Kansas defense. Jump shot blocked away by Azubuike. That's his 6th block of the game, and Kansas will ride it out here with 13 seconds to go. Dotson with the ball, 11 seconds, and they'll just drain the clock as the Kansas Jayhawks are going to win the first round 80-57 and a big win here in the first round. As they will move on to the round 32 to play on Sunday against the Florida Gators as a big win for Kansas. Impressive performance by Agbaji, Azubuike, as well as Dotson, as well as a role player Christian Braun. Once again, our final score: Kansas 80, Prairie View A&M 57. That's the first round coverage. As we'll see you on Sunday, as Kansas will play Florida. Tip-off time to be continued. For Mike Riscoli here at Live Sim Sports, we thank you for watching tonight's game and enjoy the rest of March Madness, courtesy of Live Sim Sports.